Hi, my name is Chris Van Zant with TYR Tactical, and today I'm going to talk about the Modular Assault Belt. The Modular Assault Belt, or MAB as we call it, is the perfect blend of load carriage and scalability in an ultra-slim, low-profile design. The outer load carriage platform of the MAB belt has a number of very versatile features. The outside consists of an entire field of singular molly rows. Any one of these molly rows can be skipped at any point to allow you to run your base belt in and out of that molly field as necessary to accommodate different holsters. The front portion of the belt, or last third of the belt, is cut in an ergonomic shape to allow for a comfortable position when your legs are up in a seated position or when running. In addition to the molly field, we have 4 loop locks on the belt that allow you to run it with any style of combat suspender. On the inside of the belt, you have an additional 4 rows of molly webbing that allow you to affix items to the inside that you will wear below the platform. Also on the inside, you have a hook and loop closure that allows you to install or remove either your foam insert or your ballistics. The next thing we're going to talk about is sizing the MAB. Understanding that personal preference plays a big role in what type of belt you wear and how you wear your belt. But what we're going to give you is a baseline to determine what size MAB you should order if you have any doubts. The MAB sizing does not correlate to your pant size, so I'm going to give you the recommended techniques for sizing. You can size yourself utilizing a loose tape measure, a string or other item that you can wrap around yourself and connect the 2 points and then lay them out over a flat ruler or tape measure, or even a belt that you frequently wear, and I'll show you how to do that. You're going to want to take a measurement around where you wear your pants. Pull the tape measure tight, and at the location where the 2 points meet, mark that point. That is the measurement that you will use. As an example, I'm a 32-inch waist in typical blue jean sizing. My waist measurement with a loose tape measure around the outside of my typical pants that I wear is a 37. 37 inches puts me in an extra large MAB. So again, I'm a 32 trouser size, but I wear an extra large MAB. So I would recommend that you measure yourself and then apply it to our sizing scale, and that would be your baseline. If you don't have a loose tape measure or a string that you can measure yourself with and then lay over a ruler or tape measure to determine your size, you can use your belt. When you put any standard belt on, utilizing the hole that you most frequently use, simply take that belt, lay it on top of a tape measure, and you can also do this as a check and balance, but where that hole lands should also be equal to the measurement that you got with a tape measure. In my case, it's exactly a 37. The reason for the difference between your standard trouser size or waist size and the size that you would measure around the exterior of your body is important because the MAB is sized to be able to accept armor. When you add an inner belt and armor to the load carriage platform itself, you've increased that diameter, so you need a larger size belt than you normally would with, say, a rigger or tactical base belt. It's important to remember, if you plan to order a MAB, that in addition to the 2 components that come with the system, you will need a tactical base belt or a rigger belt. If you have a rigger belt that possesses a lot of adjustability, for example, you may be just fine. If you're going to purchase a tactical base belt or a rigger belt from us, any one of our tactical base belts will work with the MAB, but we recommend that you order 1 size up, so 1 size over the MAB size that you order, to account for the extra space added by the load carriage platform and either armor or foam insert. In my case, I'm an extra large MAB. I would need a 2X tactical base belt. Next, we're going to talk about fitment. The inner belt is simply routed through your trouser loops like any standard belt. The inner belt's semi-rigid, so once it's cinched tight utilizing the D-ring and hook and loop closure to your desired location, you'll find that wearing it alone is enough support to keep your trousers in place. Once you've fitted the inner belt, you're going to take your exterior load carriage belt. You're going to line up the hook and loop between the inner and outer load carriage belt. And then using your tactical base belt, whether it's a rigger style or a cobra buckle style or whatever you may have to do some adjusting to get that exactly where you need it. So again, I'm going to bring up the point of personal preference to the MAB. Depending on the type of operations or what tasks you're performing sort of determine how you set up your modular assault belt. As an example, if you're a 3-gun guy and you're competing in competitions and you have multiple rigs set up, you may want your pistol magazines, as an example, more towards the front of your body. In that case, by simply offsetting the MAB slightly, I can move that location a little more forward, and I can do those in micro adjustments if necessary to get it exactly where I want it without necessarily having to change molly rows. The same thing goes for holster setups. A lot of guys, particularly with an S&S holster, if you're utilizing the cutout for a drop leg, the S&S holster may sit a little forward on your thigh, so you may find that you need to go a slightly smaller size on your MAB, so your exterior belt and your gap is a little wider to allow for that adjustment to get it over a little closer to where you like for your draw position. Or you may just offset the belt slightly to get that holster in exactly the location you need for your draw. Again, anyone can set it up any way that they like. We tried to give you basically the versatility to move things around and adjust them as necessary, but keep in mind that those micro adjustments are very easy simply by offsetting the belt. So in conclusion, if you have any questions about sizing or the modular assault belt, feel free to contact customer service or send us an email at info@TYR-tactical.com.